By the way, Alex.
Alex.
As you're scanning, like you're scouting, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, go ahead and roll.
$15.
Okay.
15 on the die?
Yeah, just give me a total.
It's wisdom base.
Okay. So
Minus 3. So 15 plus 3 would be 18.
Yeah.
Well, you're checking around. You do not find the prisoners in Section D.
Okay.
So they are not here. So you would have to actually go to another section, which you could, and try to find them there.
I'm way over there.
No, you're the die.
Yeah, because you're shapeshifted.
Oh, okay.
So, which you're at 2 now, by the way. Alright, but this is what you do see here, though. As you hear this large, kind of almost growling sound, as you make your way to one of the other tents, it's kind of a large tent, but it's not as large as the one that Slimefinger's in right now. You make your way over there and you kind of just peer in and see there is a very, very large creature there. It's a very interesting creature. It is a polar bear who is sleeping. Yes. And on top of that, this polar bear doesn't look like a normal one either. He actually has what appears to be like ice crystals like coming out of his back. That almost forms like a little seat, so to speak. And it's over his head as well, forming kind of like a barding for a polar bear.
Keep that image in my head for future reference.
Just start wandering around the camp as a polar bear. How did he get out?
But do you go to another section?
Yeah, I go to the close.
B,
I guess
E,
B.
C, or A?
Cool. I'll have you roll again in a moment. So, Slimefinger, you continue your conversation with Ulrich.
Yeah.
So he tells
It's fascinating.
He says, "Tell me something interesting about yourself before I become uninterested and feed you to my pet."
I mean, I'm a mage, and I've been to other worlds too.
What is this mage?
Oh, I can do things like this.
Like,
and I create a slime ball in my hand.
That's unimpressive.
And
Make it into a
bigger.
knife.
You can tell he is very unimpressed with everything you're
I'm
doing.
gonna put 10 mana into it. And
I was about to give you a favor for that. So, Slimefinger is like, he follows his motto of, need more mana.
You're not impressed? Oh, here's some mana.
You can put a couple, you can put 3 mana into it. That's what that's for, is to put 3 mana.
Off
At least 3, but as much as you want.
10 mana? That's gonna go into damage.
Who's the target?
The tent.
And what are you doing precisely?
Creating basically like the ball that I was making.
Yeah.
Is gonna just suddenly become a wave towards the walls of the tent.
Ah, okay, like wave of like
So I'm holding it above my head, and all of a sudden, just a wave of slime towards the walls of the tent to dissolve them.
All right.
And do I need to roll the attack also?
Yes. Yeah, roll the 2 dice. Roll 1 for the wild magic, and roll 1 for the...
Okay, so that's a 22 on the actual attack.
Okay, well, the tent's not really going to evade, so I think you hit that.
And does the tent count as a target?
The tent is the target.
Then the tent is polymorphed into a small, helpless ooze.
You ooze the tent.
For 6 turns.
Oh, that's great. So, Slimefinger, you create this ball of ooze. He's not impressed. So what you decide to do is make him impressed. So you take it and you basically just throw it as far as you can on either side of the tent. But then it doesn't stop there, because then it expands and it actually covers and transforms the entire tent into ooze, which just on everybody.
Yay! I've done that to myself before.
Including you. And now you and everybody in the tent have been oozed.
Yay!
So Ulrich is standing there, covered in slime.
6 turns from now, though, it's going to turn back.
He just takes it, throws it on the ground, then lets out a huge laugh. He goes, ha ha ha! This is amazing.
See? I heard you guys like druids. I've got a druid friend. I mean, she's gone now, but I don't know where she went.
Alex, go ahead and roll your perception again.
I'm talking about Briar out loud, but roll plus 3.
11.
Alright.
That's probably not utter failure.
No, I mean, actually it's 10's the difficulty, so.
Oh.
Because she's
because nobody's really paying attention.
Yeah, nobody's paying attention. She's just taking her time, walking around and checking everything. So.
And they can't tell when she's looking at them because she's looking sideways.
Unless she's got blinders. Alright. So actually you find, in B, you do find prisoners.
Okay.
Dun dun dun.
Did you find Roberta?
So you're walking around and you find the captain. You can find Captain Roberta, who is not alone because you do find Jay as well. And you find a third person.
Oh.
Yes. And this third person actually looks like one of the druids.
So it looks like someone I would know, but don't know.
Right, like you recognize them as far as like their clothing and everything, their culture.
What circle are you from? The land?
I mean, it
Woodland.
still probably wouldn't
The
matter.
land, yeah. Oh, Shepherd.
Oh, okay, I wasn't part of that one.
It still probably wouldn't
But
matter.
I would
'cause
still
you're
recognize-
No, it wouldn't matter.
separated.
No, but I mean, you recognize the culture.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I go and nudge Roberta. Like, with my nose.
Okay. And Roberta, she's just a little like, what is this? Like,
my backpack is probably identifiable.
mm-hmm. So she just kind of walks up there to the horse and just, kind of put its head to the bars. Just kind of starts petting the horse, like really confused, like what's going on. But then she sees the pack that's on the back of the horse. And then she looks at your eyes and she says, yes, I understand. Meanwhile, Slimefinger and Ulrich
are standing now exposed to the elements again.
He just kind of takes the ooze and throws it off of him.
You're not going to want to move that. The tent might not come back together, right?
Then he takes his weapon and he says, oh, there's an easier way of doing this. So he takes it, puts it up to the sky, a lightning bolt strikes it, and then he hits the ground, and then it just reverberates all throughout, and all the ooze just basically electrifies.
That sounds awesome! Can you teach me how to do that?
And you see this, by the way, Alex. You see a bolt of lightning strike over there, and you're like, oh great, what's he doing now? What did he do?
Unsupervised.
That looks like evocation.
So yeah, he basically just removes all the ooze. Except for what's on you.
Oh, he was nice and left me the ooze.
So now it smells like burnt ooze.
Ew.
My friends call me Slimefinger. For obvious reasons.
Well, he
You seem like a friend.
puts the weapon back, into the ground. Kind of like, head first, basically. And he looks at you and he says, that was impressive. I like that.
Yours was impressive as well. I also respect you now.
He says, what else can you do, little man?
Oh, you want to see what I can do? Check it out.
What other tricks do you have? You are what they would call, what's that in the South? A jester. Yes.
Is Is jester another word for powerful mage?
I don't know.
Because that's what I am, probably.
I know in the South they have these characters who make fools of themselves and entertain everyone, and that's what I see in front of me.
I do find myself entertaining. Let's go with that.
He says, well, you should show our honored guest when he returns.
You've got another guest? Wow, your camp's busy today.
Yes, this one is one I believe you will enjoy meeting.
Oh.
One of a
can't
kind.
wait.
Have you heard of dragons?
Seen it fly over, but would
You don't.
I even really recognize what
You just heard stories about it in the past history and everything. That's about it.
I've read books about dragons.
Fiordraka, actually, the region to the very, very south, they actually are ones that are known for dragon riders. So, but
Can he be ridden?
that's what you ask him?
Yeah, because I've probably read... That would probably be the book that I read.
Ulrich looks at you and goes, I would not advise that.
Oh. Well, never hurts to ask.
But for the time being, I believe you should find a place to rest.
Yeah, do you have a place near a fire?
I
could use a fire.
do. And he motions to his guards. They didn't get oozed. They're on the outside of the tent.
If there's one thing mages like, it's fire.
He tells them, show him his accommodations.
Accommodations. That's
Yes.
a big word, too. You're probably pretty smart.
He thinks about that for a minute. Well, I don't know really how to compare myself to others like that. I am very strong, and I do outsmart my enemies from time to time.
Oh, I also sometimes outsmart my enemies. Usually through strange and arcane means.
As he's looking around at the burn ooze. But the guards take you, and they escort you. They escort you to Section B, and then they take you to where the prisoners are, and they basically throw you into prisoners.
Oh, if only someone didn't know how to dissolve bars.
So
With the stuff that literally drips from his fingers.
they put you in there, and then the guards just walk away, basically,
Mhm.
after they secured it. And then, of course, the captain, she looks at you and she goes, I knew you were involved with something.
I'm here to save you.
She goes, oh, really?
Yeah.
Save us.
So, hey, Jay.
My one arm could do better than you right now.
Jay, I brought Bobby to you.
Jay's like, Bobby?
Yeah.
He looks horrified when he sees the vial. He goes, Bobby, what did you do to him again?
I just scooped him into the vial
There was... What? Why would you do this?
so that you could have him.
No, let him rest in peace. What's wrong with you?
But it's got energy. Essence de Bobby.
He takes it from you, and then he throws it outside, and it shatters on the ground.
No. Just for that, I start rubbing one of the bars. And I'm creating some acid.
And you notice there's a third person in there that you don't recognize.
Do I notice you? You haven't really talked until you just said no.
I don't know these strange people. I'm just gonna kind of like.
I'm gonna roll
stay
perception
over
to see if I
here.
actually notice you.
Uh-huh.
That was me out of character saying no.
We're gonna say that I'm not allowed to roll perception because I
So-
think that's called attribute farming.
Steinbecker created a new term.
So
so
I immediately turn around after Jay threw Bobby, and I've got to get rid of this bar
silently.
because the bar's in my way of going and scooping Bobby back into a new vial. Now he's going to have glass shards in him.
Oh no.
Wow.
So I'm going to start trying to dissolve one of the bars.
All right. As you do that, Captain Roberta, she explains. She says, "Yes. Well, we're actually locked in here with someone else.
Oh.
She's actually a very
hello.
interesting person.
Still dissolving the bar, but I look
Yes.
over my shoulder and go, hello!
This is how I say hi.
By rubbing a bar.
By rubbing a bar with acid.
Okay.
You probably smell the bar starting to melt.
Alright. Go ahead and roll for that. You don't need to put any mana into it. 20, sir.
Or does he?
What is it? What'd you do?
Rolled a 4?
Like, that's not happening.
Or I use a fate and roll a 20.
You
Natural.
Nice. Plus your 10?
Plus my 11.
Oh.
Plus my 1.
Yeah. Well, you exceptionally did well on that. I mean, you completely dissolved the entire bar. Like, not just the one section. Like, the whole thing. Just...
The whole wall of bars.
It's essentially, there's nothing stopping you from just walking out now.
Nice to meet you. Going my way?
Where are you going?
Ow.
Oh, Captain Roberta, she says... She tells you, she goes, well, I have a ship.
The boat's waiting.
Yes,
We left Shaw there.
it's my ship. I have a ship. They're just around for the moment.
Around.
They're not really my crew. More like hitchhikers, but...
We're better than a crew.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yes.
We're people who do things.
But she tells you,
Isn't that what a crew does?
Maybe. I've never really met a crew that I didn't dissolve.
until now.
Okay. Or see spores reanimate them.
Yeah, I didn't meet them.
True.
Oh, they were under. I was on the below deck.
He was in prison at the time.
Yeah, that's right.
I was talking to Morrigan at the time.
Yes. You were in prison. Heavy quotes.
I've still got that sending stone, by the way.
Yes, you do. Oh, but no, the captain, she tells you, Fawn. She says, I know you're still here looking for your other allies. She says, we can help you find them, and then you can use my boat, and we can take you back.
Are you really a new friend? I like friends.
Guess so.
Friends usually don't get dissolved by my spells.
Well, then I guess I'll be a friend.
Friend! Alex! Oh!
Well, I'm out of charges, so I've transformed back.
So
Yep,
she
you shift
transforms
back.
And all of a sudden there's another druid.
Yep. Then you see basically this horse shifts back into a, well, druidic
see
person. That's,
Minus the owl.
yes.
That's Briar sometimes.
Do you have the cloak wrapped firmly around you since it's freezing out here? Or do you care?
My outfit changes with me.
Ooh. That's cool.
If you really need to keep warm, just turn into a wolf or a bear or something.
Or polar bear.
A polar bear.
Yeah, I just found a new polar bear I like.
Yep.
With an ice saddle. Can I ride the polar bear?
Oh my god.
Can I ride the polar bear?
No.
I want to ride the polar bear.
All right.
These are some interesting
You guys
people.
are all having fun walking
are.
around. All this snow is up to my waist.
So the captain, she says, I overheard the guards talking about the other prisoners, and I know where they're located at.
There's more prisoners?
Yes, they're her allies. That's what she came here for.
My crew.
We have to go get your crew out.
They were captured. She went to look for them. She was captured, just like, well, you.
Captured.
So we're in the same boat.
I'm a guest.
You will be soon.
I'm a guest of the leadership, and they called me a jester, which I think is an honored mage.
Is that similar to twerking?
What?
It is very similar to twerking, which is short for working twice as hard.
I don't think that word means what you think it means.
That's what they said it meant.
Out of character.
I wrote it down whenever they told me.
You just pull out this book and show me?
Yes, that's his
Actually,
book, yeah.
it's the book that I carry around.
Yeah.
Morrigan read it. It's all written in ancient Dwarvish, though, so you probably can't read
He
it.
writes everything in it, including secret plans.
But it's all written in ancient Dwarvish, so the only people that can read it is Morrigan, and
Anybody else who can read ancient dwarvish?
some historians somewhere.
Alright, so the captain, she says,
sense.
okay, says Slimefinger, we don't have much time. We need to go to section E.
Back to E.
Yes.
To the action.
I was just
To the
there.
action!
Teleport to the action.
You can teleport everybody?
Wait, you can do that?
Yeah,
Everybody?
maybe. Depends on how much mana I use. How many targets can I target? I can get up to 5.
Additional targets?
Yeah.
That's enough for everybody.
I got
'Cause there's
1,
one,
2,
two,
3,
Well,
4, 5.
You're already one target, so you don't count
Oh.
yourself.
So 4.
1, 2, 3. Oh, if you're going to take Jay with you, 4.
Jay and Roberta.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Yeah, that'd be 4.
So 4.
Yep.
So I only have to spend additional targets, 8 mana. Done.
Now roll. And see how well it worked. So you just have everybody join hands with you?
Yeah. This is going to be very serious and solemn occasion. Much better. 42. I
14?
rolled
4-2.
28 on
Mm.
the actual, like on the roll.
Yeah.
And then 42. Neat! Lifesteal. The target gains a 4-part clock, and since I had 4 targets plus me, all of us gain lifesteal, and while active, we gain half of damage inflicted when with non-spell damage back as HP.
Nice. Well, why don't you keep track of it for everybody?
So
Yeah, because I have no idea what
we're going
that
to do a 4-part clock.
4-part clock. Nice.
And
And what was your total?
28 should get us there.
28? Yeah. Yeah, definitely it does. So, she explains, she gives you a description of the area. And you're like, oh yeah, I've already walked through there. I was giving a tour.
I was just there. There's no tent there anymore.
Don't
Actually,
know what happened to it.
how many turns have we been not there?
2.
I forgot I need to keep track of that too.
Which one was that one for?
When I turn the tent into slime and it's going to turn back.
Oh, well, I don't think there's anything for it to turn back into.
A tent?
Because he
Oh yeah, because he
destroyed
fried it.
He fried it.
Oh
So,
yeah,
yeah.
the burnt.
I don't have to keep track of that one.
Yeah.
Cool.
He took care of it for you.
I told him it would turn
Alright.
right back.
So you guys teleport, and when you do, you take them directly to, actually, the inside of the prison. So you're inside there now with 2 of our other allies.
Hey guys, I'm here to free you.
They freak out. Oh! What? What? And you look at it and go, Fawn, how did you... Who are you? What is going on?
I found these people while I came to save you.
We're here to rescue you.
Well, any ally of Fawn's is ally of ours.
Yay, we're friends.
Now, did you have a plan to get out of here?
I start rubbing the
Clear.
Just give me a second, guys.
Takes a minute.
They're not going to have any prisons left. That one didn't go as well.
Yeah.
Oh.
How important is it that we get out?
Well, you guys are all behind bars right now.
But they don't know which bars.
That's true.
I don't think I have anything to help.
Yeah. I got something to prove. That's a 20.
20.
That works.
Plus,
Did you roll 20 again?
I rolled a nat 20.
Again? Jeez. On bars. You're fantastic. You're like Slimefinger, the bane of bars.
He likes the way they feel in his hands.
Just takes a little lube and done.
Just smear this right here and it's gone.
You just completely annihilate the bars. Just they turn into just nothingness. They dissolve.
Does that count as one of my turns?
Yes.
So,
There's no light to steal from the bars.
Oh,
Alright. Well, you cleared the bars. Now, what's the plan to get out of the encampment?
We go that way.
Mm-hmm.
I was told there would be a dragon pretty soon. We should probably not be here if y'all don't want to meet him. I kind of want to meet him. I think I might be able to ride him. I read these books about riding dragons.
Is he a good dragon or a bad dragon?
Well, he's their friend.
So probably a bad dragon.
Was it How to Ride a Dragon?
If he was a good dragon, I might be able to talk to him. And maybe talk him into giving you a ride, but he's a bad dragon.
The nice leader guy said he wanted me to meet him.
I don't think he wanted you to meet him in a good way, though.
Oh.
He probably wanted you to be a snack. I mean, you are kind of snack size.
That's horrible. We should go.
My thoughts exactly.
So
what are you going to do?
how important is it that we not be seen? I'm not sneaky. She's not sneaky. Are any of your people sneaky?
What is sneaky?
Stealth usually.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
I
So,
don't think I
what
got
we're gonna
anything,
do-
I don't think
I got one more charge. I can transform into another animal.
How many people do we have now?
5.
5, 6.
Getting 2 more.
Because we had
Oh yeah.
4
6.
plus 2. So I can't actually teleport all of us.
What's a +5 modifier? Is it 10?
10 is plus 5.
But you don't have that much left?
I have 15, but I can only spend 11.
But it's you and then +5.
I thought it was me
You
and
don't
plus
count.
6. Because we had a plus 4.
Oh, wait. Yeah, you're right. It is +6. So one of you won't get teleported.
Can one of y'all turn into a small animal and just fly out?
That's what I was gonna do.
Because that
There
makes
you
things
go.
a whole lot easier.
That works.
There you go.
And the rest of us are going to teleport to somewhere outside the
Good
camp.
idea, Alex.
An owl.
She turns into the owl. Fantastic. All right.
And the rest of us are going to teleport
So
to
she
somewhere
shifts
outside
into the owl,
camp.
and you do what?
The rest of us are going to teleport to somewhere outside the camp.
All right.
She could have turned into a mouse and hopped in my pocket and then just gone with us. Because she's part of me when she's in my pocket.
I think she'd rather turn into an owl
Um,
than get into your slime-ridden pockets.
Yeah.
They're not bloodberry jam.
Can you shift? No.
23.
So you've never seen a druid shift, have you?
Until she met you.
Yeah.
23, and I rolled a 25 on the chaos.
What is that?
I've never gotten to roll on the condition table before.
Oh, well, go ahead and see what
For
happens.
5 targets, plus myself.
So,
This is going to go well.
roll on that one, sir.
That's a D12. I haven't even ever pulled one of those out.
And
Wow.
everybody's frozen.
Here's a pretty one.
I have
Oh,
one.
you got one.
6. It was a 23 to get us out.
Yeah.
though.
You succeeded on teleporting, but what was the condition?
And we're all slowed.
What?
Except for me.
And the condition lasts for a 4-part clock.
Means you move half as fast.
Slow motion?
Luckily,
Not quite that slow.
I teleported us to outside the camp. A ways.
Kind of like when you get exhausted and out of breath,
Yeah.
you can't move as fast.
Basically, we can only use either a move or a regular action
Yeah.
per
We're
turn.
just real tired. Just made
Yeah.
us exhausted.
Takes you twice as long to get somewhere.
Except for me. Who's
So-
flying above.
So everybody teleports successfully outside of it.
Yeah.
And when they do, you all reappear. And you're like, oh.
I haven't used that much mana in a while.
You feel like you're out of breath. You're like, this air is hard to breathe.
Also, I am down to
Her 2 allies look at you and go, is this normal? Like,
I land on his head.
like I can hardly breathe. Is this part of it?
This didn't happen the last time.
Sometimes it's normal.
This is only the second time I've ever done that.
Side effects may include many things. I start listing all of the side effects that I've experienced so
That's
far.
probably something
While
you
we
should
talk.
lead with.
Or while we walk.
Oh, you won't. How's it going, guys? Okay, so let me continue on the story.
Side effects may include sliming, exhaustion,
Sometimes death.
occasionally. Only really happened that once.
At once. So, you guys make it back to the ship.
Yeah. Walking, we are walking. Woo!
And finally, when you get back to the ship, Captain Roberta, she steps onto her ship, and she gets down to the ground of the ship there, onto the planks. She kisses the ship. And she says, I have missed you so much.
I wouldn't do that. There's spore stuff underneath.
Does she normally do this?
She's Mr. Boat. It's a magic school boat.
What's a school?
Oh, it's a place that they have down south where you go and you learn by reading in books.
Oh. Sounds interesting.
They call them libraries.
Why'd they pick that word?
I don't know. I was around a long time ago, and that's what they already called it then.
Oh, wow.
Except they called it that in ancient Dwarvish.
So, she goes, she sees Briar, and she starts talking to Briar. And so, they, with Briar's help, moved the ship off the coast. You know, removed the anchor.
I mean, Briar is our buddy.
Briar is going to be the one that's going to be basically steering the ship for the moment because you don't have a full crew.
Nope.
Is she the pilot?
She is the power source.
Yes.
Oh.
She'll probably be like those.
She's another druid.
She's
that
either the
has
wind elemental or the
shifting
water
powers.
elemental or both.
Or both.
And occasionally
Yeah.
fire.
Right.
Though that's less helpful.
So that's what happens. You guys basically, you set sail. You leave that behind you, and good timing because as you get onto the ship, you see the dragon in distance return.
Aha!
He doesn't look like he's a friendly dragon.
Luckily, we came into the camp from the south, so they won't be looking to the west.
That's true. So you guys are on the ship heading south. And as you do, you guys have downtime.
I love downtime.
And normally we do this kind of off to the side, but as a representation of how it works, let's go ahead and do downtime.
Okay.
So everybody gets 2 downtime actions, and you get to determine kind of what you're doing during that downtime. You can rest to recover your health and your magic. You can also train to gain XP. You can also do some research or crafting, whatever you desire on that. So let's go ahead and start with you, Slimefinger. What are you doing?
I really need to get my magic back,
Mm-hmm.
but
If you use both actions, you get your full MP back.
which would be awesome, but I'm 1 point away on my exploit.
Ah. Well, you can do 1 and 1. If you rest with 1 action, you get your magic rating back, which is 11.
It would put me to 16. It's almost half. And then I get my 1 point in my exploit, which would give me a new exploit.
A new exploit, that's right. Well, you think about that. What about you over here, Alex?
I'm just gaining my charges back, so just resting.
All right, so that's be for 1 action. Do you want to do what you can do for your second downtime action?
So I just get 1 skill point then.
Okay. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, 1 XP towards the skill. Did you actually complete the skill?
No, I'm trying to get it. So
I
I'm
mean,
just
what was
putting
it
it
at?
into skill.
What was it at before? Is what I was asking.
I was at 0.
0? Oh, okay, yeah. So you got 1 out of 5 for that.
Yeah.
All right, gotcha. And Fawn,
Hmm?
what are you gonna do during your downtime? You probably don't need to heal.
No.
Don't need to restore magic of any kind.
No, because I didn't do nothing.
So you're good.
You could probably just train and work on your experience, basically.
Either train or research.
Yeah, probably research.
Okay, we're gonna research. You can do both. You could train and research. You get 2 actions.
How druids can shapeshift?
Who these people are?
Oh,
What
so
did I
she's
get
just
myself
asking.
into?
Yeah, that's a good.
You want to read
There
my
you go.
book?
You can have conversation with the captain.
You wanna
Learn
read
more
my
about
book?
these people.
I don't think I can read it.
I mean, you can look at it. It's got some pictures in it.
She's like, this looks like gibberish.
You're pretty young, aren't you? You're like probably like what 200 years old.
Probably.
Yeah,
You
she
got
is.
that picture of when I
she's very young.
dissolved a boat, and then we lied to him and told him that it was a river slug.
Oh, okay.
That's when I first learned that pirates are bad. Okay?
Not all
And-
pirates.
The symbol that's in the middle of the ship. Don't touch it.
Yeah, don't touch that. Especially if you have mana.
Why do I not touch that?
Danagar wants us to come back.
Who?
Danagar. He's the ooze
patron
god.
slime god. He used to give me a bunch of extra mana, and then he cut me off just because I wouldn't let him come and destroy the world.
I think that's a very
And
good
you were
decision.
being a bad student.
I was. By not letting him come and destroy the world. And we killed a couple of his patrons, or his people. And
Well,
his
I'm
party.
glad you didn't allow him to come destroy the world.
Don't worry, I'm sure he'll come eventually.
Let's not let that happen.
But Slime Figure came to a very good conclusion.
Yeah, if we create an ice age on this world, oozes don't work as well in ice. So,
Makes sense.
create an ice age, Danagar won't want to come.
I think I'm really dressed for ice.
You're living in it.
And that's why you're heading south. Alright, so you can do that. You get your research for the first one, then you could train for your second one if you wanted to.
Mm-hmm.
And get you 1 XP in any of those that you choose.
Nature. The environment.
Well, any of these you put your 1 XP into. And then once you get to that number, you get a skill point or get an exploit or get an attribute. So as you are traveling to the south, you successfully have evaded Ulrich and the Black Dragon clan. And what befalls you next? Who knows? What will Slimefinger do? Will they even make it to port? I don't know. We'll find out when we return, so stay tuned.